Kristen Johnson, left Hakeem Dawodu during World Series of Fighting 18 at the Edmonton Expo Center in Edmonton, Alta, on Thursday, February 12, 2015. Post-media file photo. A week or two ago, John Kavanagh was asked about how Hakeem Dawodu's preparations for his first UFC fight were going. The SBG Ireland head coach oversaw Conor McGregor's rise from local attraction in Dublin to global superstar and happened to be responsible for Dawodu's preparations for his fight on Saturday night in London, England against Danny Henry. Kavanagh kept his response short and to the point. "Ready," Kavanagh said. "That should be music to the ears of Canadian fight fans, who have been waiting for years for the next great fighter from the Great White North to emerge and take the UFC by storm. There's no guarantee that Dawodu is that guy, but the Calgarian has been spoken about in hushed tones by knowledgeable fight fans ever since he made his debut in the World Series of Fighting in 2014. The former Muay Thai champion possesses a crisp, technical striking game that saw him land TKOs against 6 of the first 7 opponents he challenged professionally. His grappling and takedown defense has improved considerably in the 4 years he's been working at MMA, too, as he showed when he rematched Murat Magomedov after they fought to a draw and finished the Russian with a body shot after stuffing several takedowns. Dawodu was finally signed by the UFC late last year and paired up against Henry, an accomplished grappler but unpolished striker who won his debut fight against Daniel Tamor last year. It speaks to the considerable excitement surrounding Dawodu's debut that most bookies have him as the favorite. "I'm definitely feeling the hype," Dawodu said. "It's nice just getting to see how the UFC runs its operation up close and personal. I'm just ready to put on a show." Dawodu plans on returning to Calgary time after the fight in the UK and resuming his work at the Champions Creed gym. He'll likely need to keep doing 6-week pre-fight camps in other cities where there are more UFC-caliber sparring partners for him to work with, but has no intention of permanently relocating. Don't be surprised if he returns to Ireland to continue working with Kavanagh, though. SBG was a good camp. "Definitely it was a nice setup, and going to a gym where guys don't really know you is a positive," Dawodu said. "It was kind of hard to find sparring partners in Calgary who were on my level, and, just because of my name, they gave me a little too much respect. I went to SBG and nobody really knew who I was, and there was a good mix. I got high-level grappling and I feel like I only got better." On Saturday, Dawodu will finally get the chance to show those improvements off to UFC audiences. By the end of the night, he may have to go a lot further than Ireland to find an MMA gym where nobody knows who he is. Should be fun every once in a while. The UFC announces a fight card that just makes sense. Think back to July 2014, when the company announced that Irish superstar Conor McGregor would headline in Dublin, Ireland. It ended up being a magical night, and anyone who followed the sport knew that would probably be the case the second it was announced. On Friday, the UFC announced it will be holding a fight card in Liverpool, England on May 27. Then it went a step further when it confirmed that Liverpool's own Darren Till would be headlining. There's no word on who Till's opponent will be, but Liverpool is an infamously sports-crazy city that supports its own. Till has looked like he has a special career ahead of him in his short time with the UFC, so this is just a booking that makes a whole lot of sense. Can match the excitement that surrounded McGregor's big night in Dublin? That might be a stretch, but if it can come anywhere close, May 27 will be a special night for fight fans. This shouldn't be hard by all accounts. Everybody wants to see women's featherweight champion Cris Cyborg fight bantamweight queen Amanda Nunes, including the fighters themselves. It's sure been hard getting the fight booked, though. After Cyborg destroyed Yana Kunitskaya at UFC 221, Dana White said he was looking to book the superfight. A couple days later, the UFC announced that Nunes would be defending her belt against Raquel Pennington. That led to Cyborg openly questioning whether Nunes even wanted the fight at all this week. "I'm beginning to think Amanda Nunes only brought up my name to negotiate a new deal with the UFC," Cyborg said in a statement. "Like a lot of the girls, she just wants to use my name to build her brand." Nunes then told MMADonkey.com that she definitely wants to challenge Cyborg, but this fight unfortunately doesn't feel like it's particularly close to getting booked anytime soon. Around the Octagon. If you play the UFC 3 video game, you can now play as Dana White. This was inexplicably really big news on Thursday, so there it is. The UFC booked 2 of its most interesting up-and-comers against one another this week, as it announced that Justin Willis will take on Chase Sherman at UFC Fight Night, Atlantic City on April 21. This isn't a fight that casual fans will be all that interested in, that hardcores know it should be fire. We're getting another Mayweather-McGregor fight. We all know that. Right, Alston at postmedia.com, www.twitter.com/DannyAlston_9.